All right, so let's go ahead and dive into the retirement scholarship strategy, which is how to send any student to any school of their choice and get all of your money back in retirement without needing scholarships or financial aid, and even if you have a high school student or a college student. All right, here's the problem with your traditional college funding strategies, like using a 529 account or other savings to pay for college, and that is your kids may choose a non-qualified form of education. Like maybe they want to go get a marketing certification, or maybe they want to go to a trade school, or maybe they want to start their own business, but it doesn't qualify, and you'll get penalized if you don't use your 529 money on a qualified education expense. That's one thing to consider. Also, you may have a financial emergency and need access to that money while your kids are growing up. But if it's all tied up in some plan that has to be used for an education, then you're not going to be able to access that money when you might need it. Another thing to consider is in secret number 1, in the video about secret number 1, we really go into details about the EFC number, or now it's called the SAI number, which is your student aid index, which is basically a number that determines if the school is going to give you any free money. So they're going to look at your income, your assets, and determine if you qualify for any free money. So you don't want to show that you have a lot of liquid assets so that you can get some more free money from the schools. If you have 529 money, then the schools look at that and say, hey, we don't need to give you as much free money because you already have a lot of money in these 529 accounts, so you can just use that to pay for college. We want to make it look like we need some free money from the schools. That's another reason why we don't like to use the 529 accounts. Also, the market could be down when you need the money. I mean, the market's been down recently, and if you're trying to pay for college and the market's down, your money in that 529 account could be down, and now you're spending it on college, cutting your losses, and you're not supposed to sell low, you're supposed to sell high. So the timing of the market could also be another consideration. But the biggest reason, the number one reasons why we don't like to use 529 plans and we don't recommend using a 529 plan to pay for college is because it interrupts the compounding interest. Now you might be thinking, well, of course, that's what it was designed for. It was designed to be spent on college, right? But that is the old way of paying for college. The old way of paying for college is where you save and then you spend it on college. Now you may have been saving since your kids were born. Maybe you haven't even had kids yet and you want to start saving early. Or maybe you have a college student and you're just saving for next semester. In either scenario, you're saving for college one way or the other, and then you're spending it. The problem with that is that we are giving up the interest on that money. So if that money could have been earning a 6% return, then all of this money at 6%, all of this growth is not going to be there, okay? You're going to miss out on all of this growth. This growth, this interest is going to be gone because you're spending the money on college. You're interrupting that compounding interest. So if school costs $25,000 a year for 4 years, it doesn't just cost you $100,000 to pay for college. At 6% over 15 years, it could cost you almost $250,000 by the time you miss out on all of that interest. So there is a cost to college, but there's also an opportunity cost of paying for college. This is what we call killing the goose that lays the golden eggs, right? Now, as your money is compounding, if you spend that on college, then all of this interest, all of this compounding, you're not going to get. And that is one of the biggest costs of paying for college, okay? So everyone finances college. Everyone finances college. You're either going to pay interest on loans or give up the interest that you could have earned by paying cash. So there is the cost of college, but there's also the opportunity cost of paying for college.